Hello, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine and I am a psychic intuitive medium. Today we're going to be doing a divine feminine reading. Now, just to let you know, you don't need to be female. It doesn't matter your gender. If you identify yourself as a divine feminine, then this reading will be for you. It is going to be a pick a card style, so you'll be choosing a card and we will be or an Orgonite. We're going to be looking into the energies of each individual one. I did put the timestamps below for each Orgonite. I also put links down below for all of the cards that I'm using, as well as links to my website for anyone that's interested in a personal reading. So today we're going to be looking into the current energies. We're going to be looking into what to focus on or what to allow for this week. We're also going to be looking at what to release or what to clear this week, then we're going to be doing some closing messages. So for those of you that chose the blue Orgonite, let's begin. All right, we're just going to put these over here and going into the blue. So the card to start, a clear solution. Okay, so we're going to be pulling a couple more cards and then we're going to be doing some clarifier cards. And let's see, for those of you that chose the blue, let's see what energies are coming in for you guys this week. So right away, a clear solution. So for those of you that have been struggling with the decision, this card doesn't belong there. Let's put you back home over there. For those of you that are, struggling for a solution, or perhaps you actually made a decision and you're wondering if you made the right one. This reading, I feel, is going to be for you guys as well. So for both of you, okay? Clear solution. What else? For those that chose the blue, what do they need to know? What is the current theme for this week? Okay. And we're going to be doing some clarifiers for all three cards that we pull. Start with this. So I like this because it sounds like, again, if you've been struggling with something, if you've been struggling with a decision, it sounds like you guys are going to, the signs are with you already. So you guys already know what to do, or the signs are coming in for you. This is what I feel. A powerful energy shift. So guys, here's the thing. Sometimes when we're struggling trying to figure out that decision, we don't know, what it is that we're going to do. Sometimes I'm feeling here for many of you that you already know. You've already been seeing the signs. You know what to do. You know that, your intuition's been talking to you. Maybe perhaps you're physically seeing signs, like if you've asked for signs to lead you in the right direction. This reading is 100% for you. I'm also feeling too that, again, whether you've already come to a decision and you're wondering if it's the right one, yes. Yes, it is. You've already made the right decision for you. For those of you that are wondering or you need a decision made, these signs I feel are going to be coming in this week. What it's saying here, a powerful energy shift. So either way, this is I feel like just this huge relief looking at this, this powerful energy shift. Even if you have some doubts, or if you're, if there's a little bit of fear, did I do the right thing? Am I going to do the right thing? That these next moves are going to create this clearing, this energy that is just going to, I feel like the word freedom, giving you freedom is what I'm getting. And just strength, pure strength coming from you. So we're going to do some clarifying cards. So for changed in the night, you have changed quickly. Yeah, look at that. A powerful energy shift. You have changed quickly. I love that. I actually feel like this one. Keeping on. Immense effort. Advance. Yeah, so I mean, sometimes when we're making that decision, it can be a huge effort. It can bog us down. It can actually, to some degree, especially for those that are not, you struggle with decisions at times. You don't know if you're making that right one. It can be extremely overwhelming. There's that stress, there's anxiety. You just go around and around in your head and you don't know which one to do. I feel like this week is going to help you, give you that release that you need. Use your time well. Make every moment count. So here's what I'm getting, guys. For those of you that chose the blue orgonite again, what I'm receiving here, instead of sitting there in that moment of struggle and anxiety and wasting time, I have been in places where I'm struggling with a decision, and it can sometimes feel crippling. You don't want to get off the couch. You don't want to, it's hard to move. You're like, maybe the decision will come. I don't know what to do. It can overwhelm you, and it takes up so much of your darn time. And this is what it's saying. Use your time well. Make every moment count. So this is what I'm getting, feminines, for those of you that chose this card. I feel like allow that decision, allow that solution to come through. The signs are already with you. And if you haven't received the signs already, if you're, if you're in that group that you haven't received, that you haven't made that decision yet, I feel like if you just ask your guides, ask your angels, help me with this decision. Sometimes it's just a matter of allowing them to come in, because when we're so overwhelmed with our anxiety or our fear or our stress, we don't allow the solution to come to us. So this is what it's saying, is just allow the signs to come, or the signs have been with you already. You are going to feel that energy shift. Once you've made that decision, it's like, it's just, like I said, freedom. You just feel free, changed in the night. You have changed quickly. It's like this, and you're going to feel, sometimes what we need to do is go with the decision that feels lighter to us. So even if we're struggling with a decision, look at both decisions and you go, if I go this way, how do I feel? If I go this way, how do I feel? Which one feels lighter? Which one feels just freer? Which one feels the best within you? Instead of doubting, am I making the right decision? Going with the decision that makes you feel free is the right decision to make at times. Okay? That's really what I'm getting. And it's saying here again, use your time well. Make every moment count. So instead of sitting there struggling and going back and forth, just move ahead. But I feel like the solution for you is coming in very, very quickly this week. And like I said, if you need to, just ask your guides. Your guides are there to help you. All you have to do is say, help me. Show me the signs as to which decision to go. Sometimes what I will do is when I'm asking for a sign, is I will pick something completely random. Just as an example, this week, I was struggling with a decision on something, and I didn't know which way to go on something, and I was, it wasn't major, it was just something minor, but I was like, okay, I'm not sure which way to go. So I said, if I go this way, I want to see, and I actually made up a skateboard, because it's not something that I'm going to see in my daily life, and within 10 minutes, all of a sudden, I was watching this TV show, and Tony Hawk came on with his skateboard. And then he had a kid there, and he was with his skateboard, and I was like, well, there you go. I mean, those signs come in really quickly sometimes when you ask for them. So that's what I feel. For those of you that are still waiting to, to determine that decision or the solution, just ask for the sign. That's what I'm getting. So we're going to move into now. We're going to be looking into what to focus on or what to bring in this week. So let's take a look at that. Okay, we're going to start off with the Oracle of the Angels. Oh, there's a piece of paper in here. Just hang on a second. Something sticky was on the card. There we go. Okay. So what to focus on this week? Where should our focus be this week? Let's take a look at that. And we're going to pull 3 cards and 3 clarifiers. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. How gorgeous. What an amazing card. I love that. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself very focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to do about your situation. So again, if you're confused about a situation, allow your intuition to take the lead on this. I'm feeling that for some of you right away, this may have to do with a decision in regards to relationships. I feel that for some of you, you may be holding on to something that is not making you completely happy. It doesn't need to be a relationship. It could be possibly a job or, some other aspect of your life. But, I am getting, don't let anyone hold you back. It's time for you to shine. So if somebody's not giving you or not, if somebody's holding you down or is not making you, I don't feel like anybody should make you feel, make you shine. That has to come from within. But if somebody is not giving you what it is that you deserve within a relationship of some sort, this is what I'm getting here. Okay, it's time to make that decision. Do you want to stay stuck in that position, or do you want to move forward? And that's what it's saying here. So the last one is wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So I love this because really what it's saying is you deserve more. This is what I get. This is the words that are coming through immediately. You deserve more. This is what you need to focus on. Focus on yourself this week. If somebody's not, giving you that, that satisfaction within a relationship, or maybe it's a job or whatever it is time, to make what your wishes. So sometimes we're stuck in a place of going, I'm not sure what it is that I want. Do I want to go this way or do I want to go this way? It's saying here to take that time and really manifest what it is that you want. Be very clear. Use your wishes wisely, okay, to manifest. So sometimes we need to be very clear about what it is that we want, and just as a silly example, you could say, I want, somebody kind, somebody this, somebody that. I want, somebody I'm sexually attracted to, somebody I'm this, but it's making a list of whatever it is that you want. And again, this can be, any aspect of your life, but I'm feeling like as you're working through this, make sure that whatever it is that you're choosing to manifest, it helps you to shine from within. It makes you feel strong. It's time for you to shine is what it's saying. So don't do it to appease other people. Don't do it to appease your family or friends or whatever. You have to appease yourself in order to manifest correctly. And this is really important because sometimes we think, well, I would like this, but, I don't know how my family's going to feel, or I don't know how my friends would feel, or do I really want that? Or sometimes we think we want something. We might think we want somebody who only drives a Camaro, but really we don't care, and I mean, that is a very, very surface level, example, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. So make sure that it is something that is truly making you happy. And this can also happen within your relationship. If you're already in a relationship or a career, it doesn't mean you have to make the decision to leave it unless it is something that you truly want to. But sometimes we can manifest and have a renewal within that situation. Okay, so we might be sitting there thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm ever going to get the promotion. I don't know if I'm ever going to get the promotion. Well, it's saying use your wishes, manifest this, make that decision to do so and move ahead. That's what I keep getting. So we're going to look into some clarifying cards from the Angel Tarot. And again, I have all the links for these cards down below. If you do choose, if you would like one of these decks, and you use the links that I've provided below, I think I make a couple of cents or something like that. So it is appreciated though. Queen of Winter. So the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So you don't need to, worry about the unmarried or divorced individuals, even if this, this may pertain to you. But the general theme of the Queen of Swords is really somebody who is cutting out things that no longer serve them. Okay. They're just getting rid of them. Like they're getting rid of that aspect. And it was exactly like I'm saying here. Get rid of things that don't allow you to feel fulfilled within you. Okay. Manifest correctly. Manifest exactly what it is that you want. 9 of Autumn. So the 9 of Pentacles. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily or successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So the 9 of Pentacles, I love this because, a lot of readers, or, a lot of times this is a very feminine card. Okay, that 9 of Pentacles is a very strong individual who is self-sufficient. They're the type of person who would say, I don't need a man. I want a man, but he's got to be like, he's got to be good for me. That's the type of person that 9 of Pentacles is. When I see that card, that's how I always feel about it. It's like just a strong individual, and that's what it's asking you to do. So if you are looking for a clear solution for something, what I am feeling here is go with the one that again is going to help you to shine from within, but also make you the strong person that you are to be. Cut out any of that crap or junk that you no longer need. Ace of Spring. It's time to take action, be fearless, and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. So it really does talk about career in this one, but look at that. Manifestation, time to take action, happily pursue. So be very clear within your own mind's eye about what it is that you want and make those strives toward it. Okay, cut out all the nonsense that you no longer need. If somebody's not on par with you, or if somebody's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do this, or I don't know if I'm going to do that, or whatever, just kind of go, okay, see ya. When you're ready to be in the amazing presence of me, you can come back around. You don't need to be that serious, but you get the idea of what I'm talking about here, right? If they're not helping you to shine, if they're not, and it doesn't mean that they have to help you to shine, but if they're putting you in a more negative place than they are in a positive place, why keep them around? You've got better things to do than that. That's what I keep feeling. So this is what we need to release, or what it is that we need to clear for this week. Okay, these are things to focus on about releasing or clearing for this upcoming week. And I'm going to take a look at this. So again, we're going to be pulling 3 cards. I really feel this one here. Yeah, sadness, like whatever it is that's been holding you back, whatever things that you're looking for that solution for, I feel like it's made you sad. Time to clear that sexual art. So this very well could be a relationship. An alchemy. Time to bring that balance back into you. Just because you're sexually compatible with somebody, if they are making you sad, why are they around? We don't need them, right? You don't need that energy around you is what it is. I feel like for some of you, definitely the solution you're looking for is, do you stay within a relationship? Okay, well, here's the thing. If this person is not, that alchemy is about perfect balance. If this person isn't bringing the balance, if you're giving more and more and more to this person, and again, it could be a job, it could be anything, any aspect, but if it is not giving you that balance that you're looking for, it's time to start reevaluating things, because why stay in the state of sadness? You don't need that. It's time to cut it out, like that Queen of Swords energy. That's what I get. Time to cut it out. All right. So we're looking now into, we're getting some clarifying cards of what to release, what to clear. Six of Emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. So I feel that for some of you, even if this person, if this decision could have been one that you've been struggling with for a long time, or looking for the solution for this one for a long time, this could also very well pertain to somebody from your past. And this could be somebody coming in, or somebody you're thinking about letting go of, or again, you know, any aspect. But it really says here, you know, sometimes we're seeing things from our own perspective, and sometimes we really want things to work, or we're really looking for a solution for something, how to create it. But sometimes we have to take a step back and look at it kind of as a third party, or sort of look at it from outside our mind's eye, like look at it from outside of our body and see the situation for actually what it is. And that also will help you to come up with a solution for whatever decision that you're trying to make at this time. Okay. Ten of Thought. Yeah, you're letting go of something. Ten of Swords. The situation that's been troubling you has been coming to an end, and you can breathe the sigh of relief. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. It's important to fully let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may finally be free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. This could be you. But again, I, you know, because I do feel like this is some sort of relationship that you're letting go of, it's saying like, just go with it. You know, it's really time to cut it out. Cut whatever energy it is that is not truly making you happy. And again, that Queen of Swords comes in. Sometimes we have to be a hard butt, you know, about it, right? Because sometimes we have to be hard with ourselves too, not only the other person. And that's what I'm getting. Open your heart. So allow love to grow and bloom around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now is the time to come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. For some of you, if there is, if you're trying to make a decision between one thing or the other thing, this again, relationship, job, whatever aspect, go with your heart. Go with your heart. Go with what is making your heart feel happy. I feel so for some of you, there is definitely a three-party situation. It could be them. It could be you. I feel like for the ones that have maybe two people that you're deciding upon, go with your heart. Your heart already knows, you know, that clear solution. Like it said, had already come in. You're already getting the signs. You already know which step you should be taking. Sometimes we have to let go of something that isn't truly making us happy in order to allow the thing that is making us happy come in fully. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. I really like this. I feel like this new sense, like I said, freedom, renewal, you are going to feel within your heart the next step to take. That's what I really keep getting. You guys are going to know. You're going to feel it, but allow it to come. You have to release this sadness. You have to allow yourself, you know, sometimes we hang on to stuff so dang tight and we're like, oh, but I don't know if I can let go. I don't know if I can let go. Sometimes releasing that energy is a renewal. Okay, so if there's not two people that you have to make a choice of or whatever it is, sometimes even if it's just one person or one aspect of your life and you let it go, like release that energy from it and you say, look, I'm no longer willing to tolerate this. I'm going to, you know, clear up my own stuff. What happens is it allows that energy to clear and it also helps it to repair. So sometimes in relationships, if, you know, let's say somebody's not giving you the attention that you need and you're wondering, should I let them go? But you're scared to let them go. What if nobody else comes in? All of that, you know, stupid things that we play in our heads, and we all do it, right? It's silliness. And, you know, of course somebody else will come in. You know, of course you can let go of this person. But when we take that step to do so, it's amazing how much the energy within that situation will clear itself automatically. And you may find that you're either going to feel that freedom, that sense of relief, and sometimes that person may come back, but with a renewed energy towards you as well, because you've left the situation alone and allowed it to heal itself. So now we're going to be doing some closing messages. Signs from Spirit. See what the Divine Feminines, these are actually Divine Feminine cards. Of Saints and Angels. And basically strong women. We're going to see what they have to say. What is a closing message from them? The Cosmic Egg, the Divine Feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. I love that. So here's the thing, feminines, those that chose the blue, you know, you have all of the power in you. You are the force of an ever-expanding love. Okay, everything is energy and everything is love within the universe, but we have to allow it. And again, going back into that manifestation, this is when I see this card, this is what it reminds me of, those manifestations. I have the universe within me. I can do whatever I want. I can create what it is that I want my reality to create. This is what I'm getting. And this is what they want you to, like, as a closing message, this is what the universe, you know, your guides, your angels are wanting to remind you of for this week. Remember that you can manifest what it is that you want to manifest, but sometimes you have to let go, or you definitely do in this case, because you are looking for a solution. You may have to let go of old energies, okay? And whether it's actually letting go or whether it's just releasing them for a little while, that's what it's telling you to do. Allow the universe to help you manifest. Choice. Okay, and again, it comes to choices. For every action, there is a reaction. Choose wisely. So again, this is what I'm getting. It's not about, the universe isn't asking you to struggle with your decision. It's asking you to follow your heart. You are the ever-expanding love. And when we choose the decision that is of love, love within yourself, love within, you know, the betterment of everybody involved, especially you, because it's really wanting you to focus on you this week, what makes you shine, what makes you happy, releasing that sadness. This is where you're going to know that you've made the right decision. And this is really what I'm getting. So you know, for those of you that chose the blue pyramid, I truly hope this has helped. And we're going to start in on those that chose the red. And if this reading, for whatever reason, if the blue reading didn't resonate with you, that's okay. There's, you know, there's the red and the pink. Choose which one. Take what resonates with you, for you, and, you know, leave the rest. That's always the best decision. So we're going to start in on the red in just a second here. This is the card. So for those of you that chose the red Orgonite, we're going to start with your reading. And the card that's coming in, excuse me, I just have to clear my throat. Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energy. So, okay, so we're going to pull a couple more cards, get some clarifying feels for some of you. That may be either you're thinking about this, you might be clashing with somebody, or you're feeling like you could be clashing with somebody. This also could be, for some of you, the energy that could possibly be coming in for this week, okay? I feel for some of you, and you know, just so you know, I'm really honest with my readings. I'm feeling for some of you, you feel like you want to start an argument with somebody. Like maybe maybe somebody has been starting or trying to start an argument with you. Okay, this is the energy for the week that, you know, just with the first card. Let's see what else is coming in here. You see clearly, clairvoyance. Okay, so you might almost be feeling the energy of somebody. Like maybe you're feeling, you know, this, I feel like something is brewing. Okay, let's take another card here. Strange Valentine, love is strange. So it definitely could be with somebody that you love, whether this is a partner, whether this is family, you know, co-workers, friends. I feel like some of you actually feel, or you may be feeling like either somebody is trying to start something with you, or you might be wanting to start something yourself. You know, let's get some clarifying cards. Let's see what's happening. Maybe you feel like something is, you know, kind of going on, you know, behind the scenes, like something that you're not seeing. Okay, you're seeing clearly, clairvoyant. So maybe you're working with your emotions about something that you feel could be happening behind the scenes. Okay, and you feel like this could be the week where I'm going to be bringing it out. This is the week where I'm going to be confronting them. Or it could be them confronting you. Okay. But let's just take a look. Let's get some clarifying cards. I mean, I definitely feel it is something to do with some sort of relationship. Now, again, you know, it doesn't need to be a partner. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be co-workers. And for those of you that this isn't resonating with, there is still, you could take a look at the blue organite, or you can take a look at the, you know, the reading for the pink organite. You know, click off and you know, pick another one, because or you can listen to the messages and see if there is something in here that resonates with you as we go through it. So it's saying here, nature communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. Okay. I feel like, again, going into that clairvoyance, you might be receiving information from your higher self, from your guides. You might be feeling like, you know, to some degree, this could even be other people, you know, people that are trying to help you through this situation. They're trying to help you to see clearly, is what I'm also getting. Okay. And I feel that for some of you, you might not like what they have to say. And that's where you're feeling this collision of, you know, belief styles, attitudes, and energies coming through. You might not be appreciating what they're, you know, what they're saying to you. I really feel here, and even though you love them, you might normally respect them or care for them, I feel like, you know, they're just not jiving with you. You just don't want to hear what they have to say. And whether it's you don't want to hear what they have to say because it's the truth and you're blocking it out, or possibly, you know, it might be just a collision of your own belief, right? Somebody pushing their own agenda onto you. So this one is never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now. So this could be you. It could be somebody else. Somebody might have made you some promises that love is strange, you know, again, going back into relationships. Somebody might be just really disappointing you. They're not living up to, you know, they're giving you false promises, empty words. Yeah, let's get together next week. Yeah, I'll call you. They never do. They never do, you know, and you know inside of you, you know, or maybe people around you are saying to you, look at, you know, this isn't jiving, you know, you've got to move on, right? This is what I'm getting. And it could be within you too. You already know it's time to move forward. You might be ready to confront this person and say, look at, I've just had enough. You know, you've given me already too many false promises. You've given me too much BS and crap, and I am done with it, and you're ready. You're ready. This one is coming in. Investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. So it is telling you to, instead of just reacting, it is possibly telling you before you decide you're going to go all storm angel on them. Maybe take a look at the circumstances first. It doesn't mean that your intuition isn't correct. It's just sometimes, you know, you want to, sometimes you don't always need to burn the bridge. Sometimes it's just a matter of saying it very clearly. Okay, saying it very clearly to the person, look, at this is how I feel. This is what you're doing to me. This is what I don't want in my life anymore. What da-da-da-da-da. Right? And then let them make the decision. But sometimes saying it nicely, and that's where also too that, you know, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers could be coming in, is instead of storming in, you know, like, bar, just approach it in a way that is a gentler communication. Okay? Because sometimes, and not always, and I'm not making excuses for anybody, but sometimes people don't know what it is that they're doing wrong unless you actually let them know. Okay? And that is going to apply to some of you. Some of you might sit there and go, well, you know, that makes a lot of sense. If I haven't really told them how, you know, how I like to be communicated with, or what I expect out of this relationship, I'm just expecting that they should, you know, somehow read my mind. And that's not always the case. So it is saying, you know, look closely, ask the questions, think before acting. So don't just, you know, completely dismiss it. You know, take your time. Okay? Really look into yourself too. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Really look into yourself. So whether or not this has to do with something else or somebody else, and some of you I'm also getting here as well, if you are single, or, you know, maybe this isn't relating to somebody in your life, this could be towards yourself too, is, you know, that love is strange can also, you know, sometimes mean that maybe you are feeling like, I don't think anyone's going to come in. I feel this feels hopeless. You know, whatever words that we tend to use on ourselves. It's also saying here, you know what? Stop being so hard on yourself. You know, ask yourself questions. What is it that I'm doing that could be possibly turning away love? Do I have some blocks or some barriers or some stuff that I need to clear up? Okay, maybe people are, you know, giving you promises that never come to be, or empty words, or whatever it is. Or you might also be not living in the now. So instead of enjoying life as it is, you're sort of sitting there going, well, my life can't be happy until I have a partner, or that perfect person, or this perfect career, or whatever aspect that it is. And you're getting upset, and you're kind of just pushing everything away. Changing that energy again can make a huge difference. Okay, so instead of sitting there and, you know, being hard on yourself, allow that loving energy of, you know, this flower energy, fairy energy, elemental messages, allow it to come in. Listen to your own clairvoyance. Allow yourself to talk to you, your higher self, not that. You know, there's that thing. If you talk to yourself like you would talk to your best friend, what would happen? Okay, so talk to yourself as though you're your best friend. And I feel like for some of you, your higher self is exactly trying to do that. Okay, instead of getting disappointed in other people or other things that's, you know, maybe, you know, causing that clash, right? That energy. And, you know, when we're in this energy, who wants to be around that? Right? Whether this is within you or whether it's within somebody else, you know, this is, you know, that this electricity type of energy, it does that stormy energy. Nobody really wants to be in a storm. So is that the energy that you're portraying at this time? And that's something that you may want to look into. So however that resonates with you, we're going to move forward, and we're going to be taking a look into what to focus on this week, what to allow this week, what energies are going to be most beneficial for you to be putting your attention onto this week, okay? So let's see. And again, all of the links for the cards that I'm using are below. If you do purchase, if you decide that you like one of the decks and you want to purchase them and you decide to use the links that I've provided, I do make a couple of cents, I think. So I really do appreciate it. All right. What energies should you be allowing and focusing in? Inspiration. Be prepared. As you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. So I want to pull a couple more cards just to see where this one is going. Magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to take a step boldly forward without looking back. Interesting. Okay, so these are things to focus on. Temptation. Are you in a denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So whether this is, again, is a relationship, whether this is, you know, something that you are unhappy with in your personal realm with. Job, career, whatever aspect it is, it's really saying here, instead of allowing that stormy angel to come in, look at other ways about moving forward, about allowing, like, you can always avoid a clash. You know, sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary to just step forward and create that, you know, discord within whatever it is, because that does help build things, you know, make them better within yourself to move forward. But I do feel that, again, you know, going back, I feel like it, you know, as it says, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. So instead of just charging forward and, you know, ripping apart some aspects of your life, unless you really truly feel that you need to, it's also saying, you know, maybe just take some time. Take some time to really think this week about what it is that you want, what it is that you want to create, what it is that you want to allow and focus on. Okay, it's really saying this can be a magical time, but you have to release that stormy type of energy, you know, to move forward, because we're never going to create anything when we're in this energy of, you know, grr. That's the best way to say it. When we're in that energy, we're not, you know, we're not going anywhere. Oh, there's a little bug. Hang on a second. Let me just get him out of the way here. Hang on a sec. Sorry. I don't want to kill him, but we're going to put him somewhere else here. Okay. All right. The sun. Okay. Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. I love this. I really love this. Once you get out of that stormy type of energy, you know, look inside of yourself. Create what it is that you want to create. That's what I keep getting. I don't do reversal, so I'm just turning this around. Ask for help. And, you know, it's funny because we actually had that come through, you know, with the messages that, you know, from the fairy, like messages from, you know, nature communication, fairy energies, flower energies, elemental messengers. Ask for help. This can be your guides. This can be, you know, your angels. You don't need to make a big production of anything when you're asking for help. Okay. A lot of people, you know, tend to think, oh, I'm going to have to do a, you know, a big prayer service. I have to make an altar. I have to, you know, whatever it is, dance naked around a tree. I don't know what it is. But here's the thing, is our guides, our angels are always with us, and all we have to do is ask. All we have to do is say, could you please help me? This is the situation. State the situation clearly and allow that to heal. Allow them to help you heal that, or help you to give you, you know, give you the guidance is what I'm getting. Six of Bottoms, so the Six of Pentacles. The good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. So it doesn't have to do with money, although this may resonate with some of you, but what I feel, this is also an exchange of energy. So what you give is what you're going to receive. Okay? And, you know, for some of you, if you have been in a relationship of unbalanced energy, perhaps you're giving more to a relationship, or, you know, whatever it is, it's also talks about moving forward, creating that magic in order to create the balance. Now, it may not be within that particular relationship. You may have to walk away from that, but you allowing yourself that balance and recognizing, hey, look, I've been giving and giving and giving and giving. I want something that is balanced. It's saying here, create that magic there. Okay. And if you are in denial about this relationship, I feel like this 5 and this 6 of Pentacles that are coming through, you know, it is saying to ask for help. And again, this could be your guides, angels. It could be a particular person, but you know, it's sometimes okay to release that. Are you in denial about it? And that's the thing. Maybe you're also feeling, the other thing I'm getting here is that this storm angel is coming through because you are in some sort of denial. And a lot of times what we'll do is we will allow that anger or that upset or that, you know, disappointment to build and build and build and build, and we won't say anything, and then all of a sudden, you know, out comes the storm angel. Okay, even though you know you should be saying something, okay, even though this person is continuously disappointing you and all of that stuff, or this particular aspect is, you know, disappointing you, you know, sometimes we just let it build, and we know we should say something. We know we should, but we don't. We let it build and build and build up. And that's what I feel is happening here. So, you know, instead of allowing just this energy of, you know, like I said, burning bridges to come through, take a step, decide what it is that you truly need and want within your life, what truly makes you happy, and start the process of creating that within you. That's what I'm really getting. Allow the magic. Allow yourself to talk to your higher self, your guides, your angels, and allow that to move forward. Okay, so now we're going to look into things to release, what to clear this week. These are the Heal Yourself Angel cards. So really, what to heal, what to work on for healing for yourself for the upcoming week. I feel like one more. Okay. What do those need to heal for this week? Those that chose the red. Unleash your creativity. Okay. You know, it's interesting because it did talk about creativity in here too, right? So some of you, inspiration, you know, unleash your creativity, unleash your inspiration. So for some of you, this might be telling you exactly to do that. You know, maybe it's right now is a good time to focus your energy if there's a career or a hobby or, you know, something that you want to, you know, practice or try or whatever it is. It's saying, you know, to do so. Release that creativity, unleash it. How teachable are you? Okay. And soulmate. So, okay, this is what I'm getting. Here's it up. Here it is straight up. Okay. So, I feel for some of you in the past, your way of handling things, perhaps, and this is for some of you, it may not resonate with all of you, perhaps your way of, so for some of you, what I'm getting here, sorry, I had to pause the video because my phone rang, I forgot to turn the ringer down. I feel that for some of you, you have in the past confronted things as this storm angel. Okay. And, you know, you might be looking at love is strange, like you're feeling, oh, this is just another person that's disappointing me. This is just another broken promise. This is just another, you know, something. I feel that also for some of you is what I'm getting is instead of charging in, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. And I feel like that's why you're not supposed to be burning bridges. It doesn't mean to not speak your mind. Everybody should speak their mind, but it's the approach that you take is what I'm getting. And it's asking you here, are you going to repeat that pattern? Are you going to repeat the pattern of the past and it essentially disappoint yourself because of your approach towards this person? So even though this person might be, you know, at the moment, maybe they are disappointing you. Maybe you do feel that sadness. Maybe you do feel like, you know, all of that love is strange, like I'm never going to find the right one or whatever it is. It's saying here, how teachable are you? Approach it on a different manner. Okay, unleash your creativity, and creativity, now again, this could be, you know, hobby, career, all of that stuff. But I'm feeling because this soulmate is coming up, this person that you're with, or this person that you're thinking about, you know, being with possibly, could very well be essentially some sort of soulmate. But if you approach them in this come hell or high water way, you know, that's just going to push them away. So it's saying unleash your creativity, and how teachable are you? Can you be, you know, can you learn from the lessons of the past? Okay, can you find a different way to approach things? Can you find a different way of doing things that is going to be more productive for you regarding whatever the situation is? That's what I keep getting. So we're going to clarify that with some tarot, with the Guardian Angel Tarot, and see what's coming through. That's what I'm really getting, though. You know, it's, you know, it definitely, it's okay to speak your mind, but you might just be having to find a different way to approach speaking your mind. Maybe take a softer method. Okay. Maybe they're not really disappointing you, but is it that you're, you know, if somebody says, I'll call you back, are you expecting them to call you back in like 2.5 minutes? That sort of thing. Okay. So take a look. It is asking you to spend this week and take a look into aspects of yourself as well. Release that storm angel. Okay. Like let it go is really what I'm getting here. You might be prepared for a fight, but does it need to be a fight is what it's asking you. So healer of emotion, look at that. You can't make this up. Time to follow your heart and see the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is kind, tender-hearted, loving, and a trustful friend. So, you know, I feel like with this card, this healer of emotion coming through, I do feel like this is the Queen of Cups. It's basically saying, you know, use your insights, and this already came up. Use your psychic abilities, use your intuition to really take a look at the situation in order to see it clearly. Okay? That's what it's saying here. All right. And of course, you know, if somebody is truly disappointing you, absolutely, you know, speak your mind and move forward, but you don't need to always burn the bridges, is what it's saying. That's what I keep getting. Three of Abundance. Your passions will lead you to your divine life purpose. Do what you love and have confidence in your talent. Learn everything there is to know about your interests by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. So there's a lot of creativity in here. Unleash that creativity. We also got the inspirations. So, you know, for some of you, this might be it. Maybe you're frustrated that you're not finding what is inspiring you or that life purpose. It is saying here, instead of getting frustrated with it, sometimes that soulmate can be within us when we find that life purpose that we're looking for. So that's going to resonate with some of you. And it's also saying here, you know, how teachable. Sometimes we have to start off, you know, I make these orgonites, okay? But, you know, you don't learn to make them in one day, right? You have to practice at it? How teachable are you? We have to sometimes make a lot of mistakes before you're able to really create what it is that you want to create, and that's okay. So how teachable are you? And unleash that inspiration. So I do feel that, you know, does apply to some of you, and for others of you as well. It is saying approach things in a different manner. Approach them like have confidence within yourself in order to approach this situation. If it is to deal with another person, approach it in a different manner. Have that confidence to do it. Okay. And the guardian of thought, you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to the heart. The angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. Maybe you may be asked to. So basically what this is saying, I will read it for some of you as it may resonate with some of you. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one yourself. This situation involves someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. This person, who could be you, may be unemotionally available. So even I'm feeling like even if the person that you're dealing with does feel like they're a little bit more closed off, they might be a little bit blocked. This guardian thought is like the King of Swords. So it might be somebody who appears to be unemotional. It might also be an Aquarius or an air sign. But what I am really getting in here is how you speak to that person is going to make a difference. Okay. And if this is you and you are looking for that inspiration for, you know, a new career, a new hobby or something like that, it is saying here to find a mentor towards it. So if there's something that you want to learn how to create, look for somebody to help you. And this could be off of YouTube. You know, this could, you know, it's sometimes, again, you know, just asking your angels for help. And saying, look, I need help with this. Can you bring somebody to me? Suddenly we'll be led to where it is that we need to be. Or somebody that will come in and help us. Okay, so that's what I'm getting again for the red organite. And we're going to do some closing messages to see what they have to say in regards to closing off for the rest of the week here. What are some final messages that are going to come through? Final messages for those that chose the red organite. Final messages for closing. Final messages. I actually feel like this one here. Okay. The Mystic of Peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. When we release that storm angel and we get out of that, you know, that feeling like I have to confront everything with this massive storm, I have to, you know, whatever it is, whether it's drama or something else, or I have to come in with this anger energy. When we release that, the way is clear. It gets, you know, you start to hear the messages that are supposed to be coming in for you. You start to see clearly. That clairvoyance is coming through. Okay, it really helps us to release that flower, and like those flower energies, the fairy energies, the elemental messages that come through. Magical gateway, you know, the inspiration starts to flow. That's what it's telling you. Okay, but release. I'm going to say it again. Release that storm angel. Okay, it's not needed, I feel, right now. No matter what the situation is, take a look at it from the side of love, the side of peace. It doesn't mean not stand up for yourself, but it does mean approach this situation in a different way. Okay, so we're going to get a clarifying card. Invoke. Ask for a blessing. What did we talk about? Ask your guides, ask your angels. There is an endless supply of divine support awaiting for your request. All you have to do is ask. You know, ask for peace. Ask your higher self, ask your angels, and say, look, I need a way. I need to be shown. I want to be able to see clearly. Help me to release all of these feelings that are no longer serving me within me. Ask for that blessing. and allow it to come through. And remember, the most important way for it to come through is by allowing it. But sometimes we have to get out of our own way in order for there to be a change and that shift within the energy. So I truly hope that that has helped. That is for those of you that chose the red orgonite, and we're going to move on to the pink orgonite next. Okay guys, so for those of you that chose the pink orgonite for this week, for this reading, we're going to take a look into your current messages for this week. The first one that is coming through, powerful personal growth. Love it. Love it. So let's see what they have to say. Now remember, if these messages do not resonate with you for whatever reason, that's okay. Just choose. You can choose another one. You can choose the blue orgonite, you can choose the red orgonite, or sometimes there is a message that comes through. Just take it as it is. Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. And we're going to be adding a couple more cards. We're going to be clarifying this as well. Now remember, also too, I did put links for all of the cards that I'm using in the description box below. If you do like a deck that I'm using, and you do decide to purchase one, if you happen to use the Amazon link that I've provided, I think I do make a couple of cents from it, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. All right, last one. We're going to be pulling a couple more, and we're going to be clarifying the messages that are coming through. So I feel like for some of you, you know, this personal powerful growth, that is exactly what is coming through at the moment. That's amazing. I feel like this one, from death comes rebirth. Love it. Love it. Okay, when we allow ourselves to go to the core of ourselves, allow ourselves to release all our old inhibitions, blocks, barriers, sometimes we are not what we have assumed we are. And it allows us this beautiful, positive, personal growth. Goes to the past. The past returns for a time. So I feel like some of you, are stuck in a way. Maybe, you know, you reverted to old habits, or you reverted to, you know, past ways of presenting yourself. Maybe just, you know, old thoughts and, you know, old junk that's coming through. It could very well could be, you know, a particular person coming through as well. But I'm getting that for some of you, you may be really bogged down with old things that you may no longer need anymore. And maybe you've been going through this for a while, and I feel like this from death comes rebirth. This is, you know, it's saying it's to let go. Allow yourself to release it in order to receive this personal powerful growth that's coming through. I feel like some of you may have already gone through this, some of you may be going through it, but this is amazing. And it also might, like I said, it might also have to pertain with an actual person or a thing from the past coming back up. And just from looking at these, it feels like this might be something that has, I literally want to say, haunted you. You know, it could, again, it could be a person, place, thing, habit, whatever it is. You know, this is something that you may have to release. Mortality. Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Really interesting that it's also coming in, you know, from the death comes rebirth. So, I feel like what I'm getting here is stop. You don't need to stay in the past. The past is old. The past, you know, if these are old memories or old thoughts and feelings, and I feel like this is what it is for many of you, life is too short for that crap. Time to move on, you know, let it go. You might be in the process of it, or you might be, this is the week to venture into this. Okay. And for those of you that have already started the process of it, it's saying you're on that right path. You're already going towards that powerful personal growth that it is that you're looking for. And for some of you, you might be just, you know, kind of wondering, why am I feeling so stagnant? Well, it's saying here, let go of that past. So it's coming through impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginary leaps, fresh perspective. Exactly. You need a fresh perspective. Let go of that stuff. Like a lot of times we hang on to this old crap. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. You know, I did this in the past. I'm scared to move forward because am I going to repeat the past? All of these old junk that we don't no longer need. We need to release it in order, like, I always think of the Tower card. So for those of you that know tarot, you know, the Tower card is bringing yourself right down to the bottom of the ashes, you know, letting everything just relieve. It is not an easy process. I'm not going to lie. It is not an easy process because all old memories, you know, our thoughts, our feelings, our disbeliefs about ourselves and other people start coming through. But as we're releasing them, we're starting to rebuild a new tower. We're starting to rebuild a whole new perspective of our own life. Okay, so we're going to pull one more. Such a curious dream. Grounding, returning to reality, coming home. How amazing is that? I love it when the cards do that. Okay, so, you know, again, let the past stay in the past. Time to focus on where it is that you want to go, you know, rather than who it is that you were or what you assumed that it is that you were. Okay. I feel like for some of you, you know, it very well could be, you know, because of like current world events, all of that stuff. Maybe you're reverting back to, you know, old habits or even old people. Okay. Like, you know, sometimes we feel we're in a place of loneliness that we tend to bring back old things, old people, you know, in order to somehow achieve some sort of happiness. Or maybe we're looking back at people that we used to be with and we're like, oh, you know, geez, I really wish I was with them and all of this stuff. It'd make me so much happier at this moment. But, you know, here's the thing. No, you wouldn't. You know, it is telling you to release that past, move forward, go home, coming home to you within yourself. Okay, grounding yourself, looking, you know, staying present rather than focusing in on, you know, the future. Because sometimes, you know, when we try to look at the future, it's always good to have, you know, that goal. But if we're only looking at the future, then how are we enjoying the present moment? And that's exactly what it's telling you. This is a time for your own personal growth. I feel like for some of you, this is going to be a heavy week. But ultimately, at the end of this week is going to be this amazing, powerful moment. This, you know, this, I really want to say the word like enveloping, like joy. That, you know, like receiving joy is through it. Now, again, you know, this week could be the start of this process. It could be that you're ending this process. Some of you, you know, are in between this process, but it is saying that this is going to be a really strong, powerful week for you, is what I'm getting. So we're going to take a look into things that to allow in and things to release for this week. So we're going to start off with what you should be focusing on, and then we're going to get some clarification. What should you be focusing on for this upcoming week? And where should you put your awareness? Okay. I feel like this one, to be honest. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairy urges you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say to get busy and do it. So it's interesting that that is coming through, because we just had, you know, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. So it is saying, you know, get motivated to, sometimes we like to hang on to old stuff because it's comfortable. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's easier to hang on to old stuff rather than new stuff, because the old stuff we're comfortable with, whether these are feelings, emotions, people, things, places, whatever it is. You know, it's like throwing away, you know, an old shoe. Sometimes it feels comfortable, but it's saying to get motivated and time to move forward. So wisdom. Have I ever told you that you're wise beyond your years? Now's the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Yeah. Ask your guides, ask your angels, ask your higher self for help. And during this time, and moderation. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say the little bit of what you fancy is fine. So interesting that, you know, it did talk about looking at things in a different perspective. It also talked about, you know, just personal growth, your mortality. Life is bright, life is beautiful. Do things in moderation. Here's the interesting thing, is a lot of times when we start to move forward into our own personal healing, we tend to we tend to do it all in a all or nothing type of attitude. Okay. And it's great to have that motivation to go forward. So definitely take the motivation, but do it wisely. And, you know, call upon like your inner wisdom. Because if we're moving too fast, we're not allowing ourselves to actually process what it is that we need to release. Do it in moderation. So a little bit of time. Usually sometimes, you know, not all the time, but sometimes when people get into this desire, oh, I want to heal myself. I want to go to the gym. Let's just say, for instance, I want to start at the gym. So that might be, you know, a thought that they want. They want to go to the gym. They want to start working out. They want to get healthy. Then they'll go like for 10 hours out of the day, or, you know, I'm going to go every single day. I'm going to, you know, be working for, you know, whatever it is. And then like after 3 days, you're like, I don't can feel like this anymore. That's it. I'm done. So we lose that motivation, and it's saying to take it in moderation. So even with our own personal healing, when we take things in moderation, it's not as overwhelming. Take little baby steps at a time. So, you know, let's say you're thinking about something, if, you know, thoughts of your past keep popping up, instead of sitting there and focusing in on this one particular aspect of it, let it go and focus in on something else. You know, sometimes, you know, not everything needs to be cleared, even though there is that tower moment of releasing everything. But that doesn't mean that you need to go over every past memory. Okay? But it's the behavior or the attitude or the emotion sometimes that we're letting go of. So let's say, for instance, you know, I'm just going to use relationships as an example. Let's say, for instance, you know, you tend to always date the same type of person. Okay? It doesn't mean that you have to go over every bad relationship, every aspect of it, every little detail of it. But it's basically looking at that situation and going, okay, I can release this. Okay? Yes, this person did this. But let's take another look at that in a different perspective. Let's take a look at it like this. What could I have done differently? Okay, let's let that go now. Healed. Done. Move on. Okay? Sometimes we might get drawn back to it, but do the same process over again, right? You don't need to do it in an, you know, an all in one day. We're never going to heal all of the things that we need healing from in one swift motion. We're not going to do that. But we need to take it in moderation, and we have to allow ourselves that moderation in order to do it, and in order to also maintain that motivation. So that Six of Swords is coming through. Positive changes are on the way. A welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. I mean, that doesn't, maybe for some of you, although probably not so much traveling, you know, some of you might be thinking about relocating. Some of you, that might be what is, you know, where that motivation is, or, you know, what it is that you've been thinking about. Am I ready to relocate? Okay. This could be also leaving a relationship, relocating yourself. Okay. But you do have to allow that healing process to come through. Maybe if you're moving or thinking about relocating, you know, it is that is what will give you that personal powerful growth. personal growth. You know, do you want to stay maybe, and for some of you, I feel like, do you want to stay in a situation that isn't making you happy? It's time to move forward. Leave the past behind. This is talking about leaving troubled waters behind, moving towards calmer waters, okay? But you have to find that motivation to do it. And you also, you know, have to some degree, do it in moderation. So this 10 of Summer is coming in. I love this. It talks about an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, and people that you can trust. So this 10 of Summer is really about complete contentment, okay? And this is the path that you're trying to go through, or get, you know, to end up as. And I feel like, you know, allowing yourself, going down to that ashes, going down to the rebirth, okay? You know, allowing yourself to be reborn, is where you're finding this completion within yourself. This is what I'm getting. Allow yourself. And again, you know, it's not an easy process. It's not overnight, but 3 of Summer. News we're celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or birth, friends you cherish. So if you do need, you know, help from friends, I feel that, you know, it's safe to do so. I feel like they're going to be there to help you through this process. I feel this is what you're going to be working on this week. Okay, so again, you know, it doesn't need to be completed at the end of the week, but I feel like this is for some of you the beginning of the process. For some of you, you might be, you know, still like in the middle of the process. Some of you might be at the ending of it, but you're having, like, you're already feeling this emotional fulfillment. I feel like, you know, at the end of it, you know, you've got this 10 of Summer and the 3 of Summer. This is beautiful. This is celebration, celebrating all of the work that you've done, having, you know, that again, powerful personal growth, coming home, feeling like you're grounded, feeling like you're strong. You know, having a fresh perspective on things, right? Life is brief, bright, and beautiful, and yours to live. And this is where you are. This is where you are. You just have to release some of those old patterns or thoughts or whatever it is that you feel like that might be possibly holding you back. So now we're going to look into things that, for your own healing, okay? Things that you can release this week, things to clear for this week. And seeing what comes through. So let's see what kind of things that you need to work on for healing, okay? What healing needs to come through for the person who has chosen the pink Morganite. What things are we clearing? What things are we healing and releasing? Okay. I feel like this one, yeah. Pay attention to signs, okay? Discover your life purpose. Family and tribe. So, okay. For some of you, now family and tribe, you know, this could be actual family, it could be, you know, friends, you know, that sort of thing. What I'm getting here is what we're focusing on releasing, okay, and or helping to clear is sometimes we get caught in other people's desires for us. That's the bottom line. You know, it's kind of like, you know, your parents might have wanted you to grow up to be a doctor, and, you know, maybe you're a waitress and you're loving it. Who cares? You know, this is it. It is finding your own joy. Okay. So I feel like you need to release things that, this could be ancestral. You know, this could be like past life type of stuff. This could be current life sort of situations, I feel like it's time to release that. I feel like you're also, you know, what you're clearing here is you're clearing. I just need to hear the messages for a second. I feel like you're clearing up things that other people have put onto you in some way. And it's time that you're now paying attention to the signs. So even though this kind of segment is about releasing and clearing and healing, I feel like paying attention to the signs in order to discover your true passion, okay, within yourself, however that is going to be the happiest. You know, and this, I mean, even in, you know, sometimes marriages or relationships, you know, somebody will say, look, I want to go to school, or I want to learn this. And we have somebody that's kind of like, oh, you know, that's silly and blah, 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 blah. You know, here's the thing. If you can do it, it's saying go for it. Like, you have to kind of push past pressures from others is what I'm getting. Okay, this is what we need to release and clear. And, you know, you might need to, you know, explain yourself. But here's the thing is that what it is, that life purpose is what brings us that fulfillment. Okay, it's also talking about the 10 of emotion. Yeah, life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness, emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony is within you. Harmony with those you love is assured by offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others. You're rewarded with unconditional love. So this is the, you know, the same card that we had with that 10 of that same 10 of cups energy that we had before. And really what it's talking about is finding your emotional, you know, what fulfills you. Okay. So what we're healing is past things in order to reach again this emotional fulfillment. This is what it is. If there's something that inspires you, go for it. It's time to go for it. Messenger of action. Something new and exciting related to creativity or your career comes to your attention. What are we just talking about? That's so funny. You feed in energies to learn and you're ready to get going. Although you may feel insecure, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life, or maybe you, who is creative, enthusiastic, and fascinated by life and who wants to try anything. Don't let other people, you know, that's what you need to release. That's what you need to release. Other people's perspective is what I'm getting. Other people's perspective. Follow your signs. Pay attention to your signs. Discover your own life purpose and discover your own joy is what it's telling you. You know, let go of, you know, the pressures that people put on you, or, you know, the thoughts that they have of you. You know, life is brief, bright, beautiful, yours to live. It's not somebody else's life. That's the bottom line. You know, go home to where you feel is, you know, the strongest for you. This could be, again, you know, it could be a hobby, career, person, place, thing, but it is bringing you to something that is your own personal growth, your own personal positive place. Getting positive recognition. Congratulations, your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves to you, and the success is all but assured. Express yourself openly and honestly, knowing that those surrounding you are trustworthy. Be open to unexpected opportunities. Bam! Love it. Right? Exactly what it is. Following your own bliss, discovering your own life purpose, allowing yourself to release the energies that are holding you back, whether it's within somebody else, like somebody else is putting pressure on you, whether you're putting that pressure on yourself. Allow yourself to return to those ashes in order to rebuild yourself as to where it is and who it is that you are supposed to be. And again, it's not going to be an overnight thing. This might not happen in one day. It could, but you know, don't lose patience with yourself either if it's not immediate. This is a process, and you know, we can take our time getting to that process, or getting through that process is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to get a closing message. Closing message for those of you that chose the pink Orgonite. Closing message for those that chose the Pink Organ. I really feel good about this. Like, I really do. I feel like there's something that you've been wanting to do, or, you know, something that you've been wanting to move towards, or, you know, whatever it is, or to release, or maybe, again, some of you might be just wanting to release in order just to feel better, to remove some burdens off of yourself. This is the week to allow it, and one step at a time. You don't need to take it, you know, do it in moderation. And that's basically what it's saying. Just do it in moderation. Take your time. This is your life. You don't need to rush it, okay? Take your time. Focus in on what really and truly makes you happy. What makes you feel like you're home. Like you're feeling like going home, okay? It doesn't need to be your home, but what makes you feel like that energy of returning to home. That was too many. I just want to have one. And that's what they want you to take your time and really focus in on this week. So, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. There you go. I am one with my soul. I am one within myself. I need to return to home. I need to return to myself. I need to figure out what it is that makes me happy, what makes me satisfied, okay? Because your soul is, you know, is the love for you. You know, it sounds so cliche, and sometimes people are like, oh, that's so cliche, whatever. But you know what? It's the truth. When you're feeling happy within yourself, everything else starts to flow. And, you know, release that old junk. That's what I keep getting. Release that old junk. Anticipation. Expect the best. The world is working in your favor. I love it. Really, you do. I mean, you know, you're coming together with yourself. You're releasing the old junk and crap and, you know, like agendas within ourselves, that old scenarios, like old things, like other people's agendas. We're releasing that. I think that this week is what you're supposed to be doing, releasing it and moving to who it is that you are supposed to be. Expect the best. Even if it takes a little bit of time, that's okay. Start the process. Expect the best. Once we make that step forward, the world starts working in our favor. That's when God and the universe, our angels, our guides, our higher selves, that's when they all come together and say, okay, let's do this. We are moving forward. It's such an exciting place to be. I'm really excited for you. So, thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this has helped. Please like, subscribe. You can leave a comment down below if this resonated with you. Let me know which one did resonate with you. I'd love to know. And thank you so much. Take care.